Greetings all, Brian S. Pratt here. I got another FAQ question. This one comes from a reader by the name of Chakra. I don't know why, but that name makes me think of Land of the Lost. I realize it's not the same, but every time I read that, I'm thinking of Chaka, of Land of the Lost. Okay, don't take any offense, please. My head goes different directions sometimes. Okay, now here's his question. It is, he would like to know more about the gods. Was Morcyth inspired from some other gods? Are there other gods besides Dmon-li and Asran? If so, why did they not intervene in Why did not intervene when Dmon-li attempted to take over the world? Because at the end of, all right, spoiler alert. If you have not completed the Morcyth Saga, come back to this after you complete the Mist of Sorrow. If you do not, and you're really a stickler for not getting spoilers, which some people are, don't continue, because you will have a spoiler here that you're not going to want to hear, okay? All right. If you continue, that's on you. All right, so spoilers. All right. The other gods. Well, I haven't touched on all of them. There's Corinthia. She's a neutral god. She's kind of underworld, passing a flat, yeah, something like that. And I never really explored her that much. And then of course there's Dmon-li, evil. Talea, evil. There's usually, I think there's two evil gods, there's two good gods, and then there's a whole lot of neutral gods. And, Asran, he helped out by sending, he was there. He helped stop Dmon-li by supplying James with his hand of Asran, the militant arm of Asran. So he was there. Morcyth, of course, helped out, because Morcyth was the catalyst that brought James to the world through Igor to recover the star. You see, on his own, Igor could not. I say Igor because of young Frankenstein. But anyway, Igor. If you guys want to say Igor, that's fine, but I say Igor. So Igor brought James over, but he probably couldn't have done that without Morcyth's aid at that time. But I never really went into that, so however you want to think about it, that's fine. Anyway, so he brought James over to stop Dmon-li from crossing over at the end of Book 7. That was why he was there. See, and that's also why he didn't say, James, you need to go down to the Mist of Sorrow, invade the High Temple there, and stop this from happening. Because if he had done that, James would have went straight there and died. So, that's why gods leave all these trails. Now, along that trail, he had help. Like, he had help in Trail of the Gods. Remember, he went to that one city, forget the name of it offhand, and he got a clue. Because somebody, I loved it, and that he was hiding out, and there were these workers down below, and one of them sneezed, and the other one said Gesundheit, right? And we learned that a generation ago or two, someone came in and got their family to say that. I forget exactly how I worded that, but got them to say Gesundheit when people sneezed. So that way, 3 generations later, in that moment, James would hear that. So see, so gods did help. Now, gods often can't do direct, can't do directly, or they'll destroy the world. They're just too powerful. They can't touch it. It's like if there's an ant crawling, in front of you, and you try to smooth out their antenna, you'd probably end up squashing them, right? So, or trying to caress a butterfly, you would ruin their wings. And that's like the God would be in a world. So they have agents that I don't know, demigods, archangels, whatever you want to call them. They have representatives. Every god has a representative, and they kind of help out. Like they sent Asran and his folks. They did that clue in that one town in Trail of the Gods. See, Trail of the Gods. See, Trail is part of, that was the Trail of the Gods leading James to the final conflict, and so forth. So yeah, the other gods did help. Not all of them did. Not all of them were in a position to help. Not all of them were capable of helping. But the ones that did. Asran, of course, he's the most important neutral one. And so they wanted to stop Dmon-li from coming over. Now, why Dmon-li was trying to come over, that's a whole other thing. Chakra has stated that he has not read up to Dark Shore, so I can't go beyond what I've already said. So basically, they did help. Was Morcyth inspired by another god? Not really. He just the Morcyth Saga. I started out with that title. Didn't know what it meant when I came out with it. I didn't even have the Star of Morcyth. I don't even know if that was a thing when I was when I even started it. I think as I was writing, I kind of developed the idea that that he was going to bring back a god who was gone, and then I'm not sure when it was. I guess it was 3 when they got the star. 3 no 3 is when they got the fire, right? No, that's right. They got the fire in 3. Star came in 5. That was a whole Dave thing. And yeah, so that had that yeah. Well, anyway, all the gods did help. They each did what they could. Of course, Morcyth, basically all he did was do little things that helped James along the way in the background, because that's what gods do. They don't say, there's no burning bush with the voice of a god telling somebody what's going on. At least not in my world. Not in my world. I'm sure they could do that, but no. And so I hope that answered the question. So they did intervene. Asran is pretty much the one who's in charge of the world. So he's like he's like the one who would be the general or in charge of the defense of the world. And yeah, because, well, I can't say it because he hasn't been there yet. But yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. Near the end of the big battle of Dark Shores, Brother Willem. Yeah. Okay. I'll leave it at that. And I hope I answered his question. But yeah, Dmon-li and Asran. There's Talea, Corinthia. I don't know if I actually stated any other ones besides them. No, I think that's it for. There's Gyomius, obviously, but he hasn't been there yet. I don't think he's discovered that yet. I don't think. But yeah. So now, what's going on behind the scenes with the gods? That's a long explanation, and I was about ready to get into that too. But he hasn't been to Dark Shores, so I'm not going to get into it yet. And well, it's 9 minutes and 35 seconds, so I think it's time to wrap things up. If you need greater clarification, ask a question in the comments of this post, and I'll get to it. And if not, well, that's fine. I'm always interested in what people ask me and the questions, and if I can answer them, I will. However, I have been curious about one thing. No one's ever mentioned this, and well, I can't say it because he hasn't been there yet. Dang. It was in Tides of Faith. That's all right. Anyway, you all have a good day. And Chakra, if I have answered your questions, let me know. If I haven't and you need greater clarification, I'll be happy to. Morcyth is not based on any god. He was just created on the fly as I was writing. I just like the name of it. I just like to name it. The Morcyth Saga. Morcyth just came out. I don't know where it came from, but boom, it was there. Anyway, y'all take care.